Hi guys, so this video is on understanding the y-intercept. This is practice and it is due on Tuesday morning. So let's go over what the y-intercept is. The y-intercept is the y-coordinate where the line crosses the y-axis. Okay, and when the line crosses the origin, that means the y-intercept is 0. When the line crosses above the origin, that means the y-intercept is positive. When it crosses below the origin, the y-intercept is negative. So let's take a look at the pictures below. Excuse me. So if I look at the second bullet, we're talking about this picture here. And remember, when it crosses the origin, that is a proportional relationship. A non-proportional relationship is what we're going to talk about this week. So last week we focused on proportional relationships, and now we're going to focus on non-proportional relationships. All right, and that means the y-intercept is going to be above and below the axis, where proportional relationships always have a y-intercept of 0. All right, so let's take a look at example 1. What is the y-intercept shown in the graph? So we think of the y-intercept as 2 mini steps. First, you want to think of it as the coordinate. And then we're going to think of it as the y value. All right, and when I think about the coordinate, I want to make sure I'm circling it on the graph. So I see where it crosses the y-axis, and remember the y-axis is this, the one that goes up and down. All right, so I'm looking where the line intersects with that highlighted space, that y-axis. All right, and that is the coordinate 0, 0. So that means the y-intercept is just the y value, and remember it goes, our coordinates go x, y. All right, so that means the y-intercept is 0. Okay, and remember when it crosses the origin, this is proportional. All right, so here we have a non-proportional relationship, and I can tell because it doesn't go through the origin. All right, the graph shows the relationship between the remaining time of a movie and the amount of time since Kelly hit play. So what is the y-intercept? So I'm going to highlight my y-axis, and I'm looking for the coordinate that it crosses with. So that looks right here. Now on your paper, this is scaled, so this should say 1.8 on your paper. So when I do my coordinate, I'm thinking of the whole point. So it is the x value of 0 and the y value of 1.8. All right, and what are we talking about? We're talking about time watched, hours, and now we're talking about hours remaining. Okay, so what is the y-intercept? The y-intercept is only that y value. So we are going to say the y-intercept is 1.8. All right, and what does the y-intercept represent? And the reason why I wrote those units from our axis in that coordinate is because I want to know what it represents. So when the movie was watched for 0 hours, that's the x-axis, there is 1.8 hours remaining, and that is the y-axis. All right, so I'm just saying what it represents based off the coordinate and the axes units. Okay, so let's generalize. Chelsea graphs a proportional relationship that passes through the origin. What do you know about the y-intercept? I'm going to highlight some keywords for you. Passes through the origin, and what do you know about the y-intercept? All right, so I want you to answer this question on your own. Okay, it is above, just like we talked about in the beginning. So look back up here and look at example 1 to help you answer that question. See you tomorrow.